Hello and welcome. I'm Rex Lita with the news update. Karkar Island in the Sumkar district of Midday province will host a coconut festival during the independence period in September. The Coconut Festival, a local concept developed by Ferdinand Kamisum of Coral Spring Studio in Midday, will take place on the island, coinciding with the 49th independence celebrations. Digital PNG has thrown its support behind this homegrown concept with 10,000 kina worth of assistance. Kamisum thanked Digital PNG, saying the support will help the festival committees preparation efforts over the next 2 months. Diesel start before and start now. Diesel looks so need man Mary community activities now one of basic services that they needed at that time until today. So on behalf of the team, the Coconut Festival with the executive, I would like to thank Diesel here in Midday and also the marketing team in Port Moresby and the Diesel company as a whole. The Climate Change and Development Authority and Expertise France have signed a Memorandum of Understanding to implement climate change initiatives in Papua New Guinea from 2024 to 2027 under the EU-funded Forestry Climate Change Biodiversity Programme. This partnership aims to advance PNG's climate action plans, reduce greenhouse gas emissions and promote environmental protection. Key representatives from the European Union, Department of National Planning and Monitoring, and other stakeholders attended the signing ceremony, marking a significant step towards sustainable development and a green economy in PNG. President of Autonomous Bougainville Government Ismail Toro Ama, while attending the Banville Foundation Day at the Lay Botanical Garden on Saturday, stressed on the need for a homegrown constitution. The president was not only in Lay for the Banville Foundation Day, which was formerly known as Arab Day, but mainly to host the second phase of consultations with the Bougainville Constitutional Planning Commission. He highlighted the need for all Bougainvillians to read the first draft and contribute their opinions on what should be included in the second draft of the Constitution.
Long Bougainville Peace Agreement, we all stood firm and stayed in the framework of the Bougainville Peace Agreement. Osana people vote. Constitution again you listen look sabe long you vote. Long deciding choice long you.
Parts of the Cape York Peninsula in far north Queensland have been elevated to UNESCO World Heritage tentative list. The decision has been more than a decade in the making and aims to protect and increase global recognition of the vast area.
Referred to as one of Australia's last great frontiers, the sprawling Cape York Peninsula is known for its rugged national parks, pristine waterways, secluded beaches and rich Indigenous cultures. Both levels of government have announced parts of the area will be placed on the UNESCO World Heritage tentative list.
This place is so special, it deserves global recognition.
This is a process that we've been on for about 10 years now. I worked on this when I was the Environment Minister, and it's very special to have reached this next milestone.
The peninsula is home to nearly a fifth of Australia's plant species, and Indigenous rock art can be found across the region. 6 national parks would be included in the listing. Traditional owners at the announcement are supportive, saying they hope it will generate more interest, bringing tourists and jobs.
To me it's exciting, and the younger ones, they start to get excited. That's the key to looking after land.
It'll bring opportunity to manage our land and sea country.
There are nearly 2,000 sites on the UNESCO World Heritage List, including the Galapagos Islands and Great Barrier Reef. The federal government has proposed 6 other sites for inclusion on the list, but nothing will happen in a hurry. It can take years for a site to be World Heritage listed. Cape York is one of 7 tentative listings Australia has put forward.
A warning, this next story contains distressing images. Experts says the latest outbreak of bird flu is likely to have minimal impact on egg supplies. The virus has now been detected at a large poultry farm in Sydney's Hawkesbury region.
Australia's largest bird flu outbreak has now reached a 3rd state. The virus has been detected on this commercial egg farm in Sydney's west, and its devastating impact is clear. It's estimated thousands of chickens have had to be euthanased.
There's no reason to panic in relation to this. It has been quarantined to one particular site.
It's a huge task to try to contain the case here. The farm is locked down and being decontaminated. New South Wales Health is contacting workers or anyone linked to the operation.
It's a flu that doesn't transmit easily between people. It doesn't transmit easily from animal to human. We've got to just stay calm about this.
We can reassure people that there's never been any evidence of the virus transmitting by the food supply.
It's understood the strain detected at this farm has come from wild birds. The state government says it's similar but not connected to the outbreaks across multiple farms in Victoria in recent weeks. And it's assuring the public it's not the same strain currently causing concern globally.
I would be more concerned if we happen to have detections of the types of virus that are causing more widespread outbreaks globally.
And for consumers, Peak Body Egg Farmers of Australia says while the outbreak could have some disruptions, the industry is far from facing a supply shortage. For now, it's hoped this early detection will prevent further spread.
New South Wales Health has urged people to make sure their vaccinations are up to date after a 30% increase in hospitalizations due to influenza in just the past week. Rates of whooping cough and pneumonia have also skyrocketed, with an unusually high number of young children being infected.
Every season there's a new sniffle. But this year, particularly in classrooms, experts are watching closely.
This winter is really challenging.
New South Wales health data shows that for every 100,000 people in the state, there have been 109 notifications of pertussis, otherwise known as whooping cough, so far this year. The last time the figures were this high was in 2016. Experts say whooping cough tends to surge every 3 to 6 years, but with COVID-19 lockdowns and social distancing, the community effectively skipped the last spike.
This year is worse, and it's been forced upon us by the fact that we've lost immunity from the COVID years.
Newborn babies and the elderly are most at risk. For them, infection can be fatal.
A mild cold in one child can actually be a very severe disease in another child.
Pneumonia rates have increased dramatically, particularly in young children. This month, there have been around 140 presentations to emergency departments by children with pneumonia under the age of 4, compared to less than 60 at this time last year. In children aged 5 to 16, that figure was 400 at the beginning of this month, compared to less than 50 last June.
The headline infections that we're seeing at the moment are vaccine preventable, and there's a lot of people out there who aren't up to date.
And there are still several months left of cold and flu season.
Thanks for your company. Join us at 6 for the main bulletin.